To the Black American community, y'all better start claiming yourselves as what y'all are, because a lot of these politicians, especially a part of the Blue Party, they're rushing to the top. A lot of these people who are descendants of immigrants or who may be of immigrant or who are immigrants, they all keep trying to get jobs in government because it's a wealth transfer and it's a destiny swap. This has been in the making and in the plan for 200 or 300 years now. And I'm gonna let y'all know this now. Honestly, it seems like this administration is trying to slow it down, because you're not supposed to do that. I don't know if y'all know, but if you do research on this shit, that's why they cannot deport Black Americans. You can't deport them because they're not from over there. They're from where they ass is standing at. They had to lie to sell you the lie to get what they want and to be able to take over and not pay y'all. The reality is they owe y'all. That's why they won't give y'all reparations, because they don't owe you from bringing you from Africa. They owe you for something way deeper than this shit that y'all talking about. And that's why, and you realize ever since Black Americans started claiming that they're indigenous, all these other immigrant descents or immigrant people keep saying that they're indigenous to America. That's why they all talking about reparations. Nobody was talking about reparations until Black Americans started asking for reparations for what they've been dealing with even recently. So, first of all, America don't owe them nothing. No. Their trauma is not from America. Wherever it comes from, it is not from America. America don't owe them nothing. And the reason why a lot of them are trying to get into government, because they're trying to pass laws for their people. They've been doing this. Why you think all this funding for specific programs of people of this descent or Latin descent and all that shit? It's because that's what they've been doing. And I'm going to tell y'all something. It is not just people in the Western world. It's people from India. It's people from all these other countries that come here, and I don't know why do y'all be allowing them to rule the government. I don't even know why white America allowed them to rule the government. They should not be ruling y'all government. This is why it's hard for y'all to control y'all shit now. I better start teaching y'all kids their true history, where they from, and to tell them stop calling yourself Black, you Black American. Because everybody keep trying to classify as Black to destiny swap. When they first started migrating into America hundreds of years ago, most of these immigrants, they signed their names on the census as indigenous and of whatever we was classifying at the time. When they first started migrating into America, whatever the indigenous people were classifying as at the time, they was putting that shit on census records, literally. So that way they can obtain benefits from the government and the system, and like they're entitled to the system. It was a destiny swap from the beginning. Why you think you have some people who are, or people who are immigrants saying that they indigenous to America? It's because they think that they're indigenous to America because some of their parents or grandparents have lied on papers to get into America and to get what they want from America. Because back in those times, everybody was melanated. Everybody was dark. So it was easy to kind of lie on papers. And they're doing that same trick to this day. Because they Black, they think that, oh, America owe me something too. Like, I just seen a Black American woman from Chicago snapping on the city officials because they trying to sign some bill or pass some law or create some funding for African people. And they keep passing all of the Black Americans. Y'all don't find that suspicious? They pass all of y'all. They pass all the Black Americans and go straight to their people. I don't know, why would y'all think people from another country, or who parents or grandparents are from another country, will come here and rule y'all government and take care of y'all or do right by y'all? I don't know why America thought that, but no, the reality is the reason why a lot of crazy shit ain't pop off is because they know that their community is in America. But other than that, they don't give a damn about no Americans, whether you white or Black. They don't give a damn. And the reality is, for the Black Americans who out here like going in on Black people or Black Americans for not getting involved, you are a fucking duck. You clearly don't know shit. And I'm gonna be honest, we all been there, but I feel like now that everybody on the internet knows, you really have no excuse for being ignorant, truth be told. Also, into the Black American community, for everything that y'all created that's Black culture, you better fix that name. You better fix that shit. You better fix it, because they're already claiming that no, it's not. It's all Black people culture. Florida culture is just Florida culture. It's not Black American culture. And the reality is, when you look at these people and where they come from, the shit that's going on, for an example, in Florida, the culture that's built in Florida, you don't see that shit going on in their country because it's not their shit. It's a Black American thing that Black Americans from Florida does. Not only that, it's going down in New York, damn Texas, damn Cali, What else? All of this, y'all need to y'all don't understand. Most of Black Americans' culture is very deep. And if you know anything about ethnic groups, they don't share their culture with other people. They don't share their identity with other people. Y'all have to set the record straight and stop calling it Black culture. Call it Black American culture, Black American Southern culture. Put a name on it, because they're stealing y'all shit, putting a name on it, and saying, oh no, this is mine too, to the young Black population. If your grandparents are Black American, if your grandmama told you, I'm Native American with a little bit of Indian, this is you, baby. You're Black American, or whatever you want to call it, American Indian. At the end of the day, it's all y'all culture. Claim your shit. Stop allowing other people to come in and claim y'all shit, because this is exactly why y'all create every single thing in America and they got nothing to show for it. They take y'all shit, monetize off of it. Everybody get rich off y'all. They using y'all as a quick get money scheme or get rich scheme. Everybody using Black Americans for that. Everybody is like, half of the shit that we do, they don't even understand. It's spiritual. But they taking it and claiming it as theirs. This is because y'all are too friendly. You don't see them getting up here sharing their culture. When their holidays come, it's about them. And that's the way Black American holidays is supposed to be. Juneteenth, Black History Month. Those are y'all months and days that y'all supposed to be celebrating Black American culture. They have rolled themselves into America, and they got their way into government all for the purpose of doing this, because everybody know that Black Americans bring in the most wealth to America. Y'all have a $1.8 trillion spending power, and then on top of that, it's I believe expected to grow to 4.8 trillion in the next coming years. The beauty industry, everything that y'all created, the music industry that y'all created, everything. Everybody come here and they monetize off of y'all motherfuckers. They use y'all as a get rich quick money scheme. Y'all have to stop that friendly shit. You don't owe nobody nothing. They don't owe you shit, so why you owe them something? Stop being so friendly. When you look at tribes in movies, you don't never see no tribe allowing other tribes to dress up and do what they do. They protect their community because it's connected to their ancestry, their spirituality, or their personal family. They don't share their shit with everybody else. So why you share your shit with everybody else? And you wonder why y'all create everything, but y'all still don't have nothing. To America in general, you wondering why y'all got all this money, but you still got veterans on the fucking street with no legs. Literally. Because y'all money is going to the wrong shit. You're not obligated to take care of nobody who came here willingly. When you move to another country, you come there with a plan. You don't come to another country or move to another country to be a damn liability. You don't do that. I'm not moving to China, Jamaica, or any other country just to live off the fucking system. I'm coming there with a plan. America is too out of control. It really is out of control. Really bad.
This lady is dropping a chill bone truth. You see this destiny swapping she talk about. I'm going to be digesting more about it in the last part of my video, but it is literally what is happening. It is literally what is going on in the Black community as far as I'm concerned. Nobody needs to say what she's saying is absolutely not correct, but I'm going to allow you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in today's episode. Video credit belongs to her. Please, you can go check her out on her TikTok account as well. She is literally delivering a very good job. With that being said, let's continue this video. I'll be back with commentaries. So let's go.
I'm so glad that you said this. I'm so glad. Because I am tired of people thinking that Miami culture is about high rises, luxury life. No. Black Americans built the South, especially in Florida. They built that shit. Like, for an example, if you ever go to Fort Lauderdale and you go to Sistrunk Boulevard, the whole Sistrunk was a Black Wall Street. If you find those docks, that was a Black Wall Street. So now a lot of Black-owned businesses are trying to move back there to keep it the way it is. It was like a Black suburbs. Now, Fort Lauderdale or Broward County, aka Broward County, is different. Miami, I'm sure you may know this, but this is for the other people. Miami is a different city, but at the same time, they like cousins. Same culture just about. It's just things are slightly different. Miami is bigger. However, they both have the same everything. However, in today's world, Fort Lauderdale or Broward County is more predominantly Black. So if you really want to experience the black culture, you really would have to either get around the bitches from Miami to really get the Miami culture or the real Miami culture, or you would have to go to Broward County, because you definitely gonna find it in Broward. But yes, the whole Cis-Trunk was a black Wall Street. It was nothing but black luxury thriving neighborhoods. And I always tell you, I always have theories about this shit. Every time they plan to take the black neighborhoods, is always some sort of rug that come out that have everybody, including the business owners, tripping. And next thing you know, boom, our community gets snatched up. These big ass high rises getting dropped everywhere. Like when I say, if you ride down Cis-Trunk today, and I remember I made a video about Cis-Trunk being gentrified and how Trick Daddy put in his restaurant there was smart. And there's a couple other black owned businesses over there. It's all smart. I mentioned that, and when I tell y'all, within 2 to 3 weeks, mind you, that video kind of went viral in Broward. Within 2 to 3 weeks, so many people was buying up land, high rises. They buying small plots of land to build a high rise because they're trying to change it out. They're trying to get, like, this how I know it's bullshit. If you go through the neighborhoods over there in the city or over there in Fort Lauderdale, the heart of Fort Lauderdale is Cis-Trunk. Historic black neighborhood. They say historic because they don't want to offend other people, but it's really a historic black neighborhood. It's always been black. The whole goddamn Broward County and Miami has always been black, predominantly black. Until gentrification and them moving, no shade, but immigrants in for cheaper labor. Prior to that, it's always been black. Black people built the South of Florida. You cannot look at Florida and not think about black American culture. That the whole Florida culture is black American culture. They just say black to not offend other people, or these politicians who be in charge, they don't like the feeling of being left out. So they rename it as black so they could feel included, but really it's black American culture. That's what the fuck it is. If you go through his Cis-Trunk, that the whole neighborhood over there, especially like on both sides, but mainly on the right side, it has always been, or towards Broward Boulevard, it has always been the black suburbs. If you ride through there, you see houses from the 80s and the 90s and the 70s that look nice as fuck. It's big plots of lands. They may not look like modern homes today, but you can tell back in the 90s and 80s, damn, bitch, I know she was that girl because her house nice as fuck. Like, you see all this land. And then you see new people who move into the neighborhood. They buy the whole plot of land and put a big ass house. They ain't got no front yard or no backyard. That's how you know this just some, they don't, bitch, like, where you finna have a barbecue at? But that, like, in black American culture in South Florida, we known for, like, living, hanging out. Like, I'm to my block parties, I'm to my cookouts, I'm to my everybody know everybody. We was like our own town. Everything, like, all that shit been G. Everything that people love about Miami is black culture. You think Trick Daddy and Trina is representing the high rises? Hell no. They representing the dirty side of Miami, like the ghetto side, like the projects. That's who they put on for. They're not out here thinking about no high rises. And all these black people come to South, go to South Florida looking for, oh my God, like we going to Miami, da da da. And they thinking like, oh, these clubs be for me. And that's why you're getting discriminated against or being told that you too big. It's because you're not finding a black people love. You got to find where we be at. And no shade, but there's a couple places in Miami, yes. But if you really want to find, and I hate to really put it on the map because tourists be making our city look bad. But if you really want to hang the fuck out with black people, you got to go to Broward. Like, I'm talking in Broward, you go to them Broward clubs, you go find all the black people. You go find all of our music. You gonna have a good ass time, bitch. They don't care if you big, fat, skinny, thin. They don't care about none of that. Even down to like the tourists. Like, I'm talking about like spring break. People think, yeah, Miami be fun. But the reason why Miami is trying to bring tourists back or tourism back or spring break back is because Fort Lauderdale is taking up all the customers. Fort Lauderdale be fun as fuck during spring break. I just hope I just hope that they don't oversaturate the fuck out of it. But to the black people, for an example, and another thing that tourists told me, and I'm talking about like people of different ethnic groups, especially like white girls who come from like, for an example, like these other states like Idaho and all that, they come to Fort Lauderdale and they always say things like, I like how it's more chill. It has everything that Miami has. It's more diverse. I don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to have big lips. Like, bitch, Broward County is like the new Miami. Like how Miami was back in the days before influencers ruined it. Yeah, it's like that. Bitch, they don't give a fuck what you got on. Girl, you could come in the club. And I think Miami is still like that to this day. It's just the popular clubs is getting all the attention for the wrong reason. Black Americans made that shit what it is in South Florida. Whether it's Miami. Like, if you go look at the old pictures from back in the days, you will see, like, this was some thriving shit. Like, some thriving black communities. Like, I'm talking about, like, they had everything. Sistrunk, if you learned about Sistrunk and the history of Sistrunk Boulevard in Broward, you will know that Sistrunk opened up the first black hospital. First black hospital in Fort Lauderdale, I think, or in South Florida, but definitely in Fort Lauderdale. Even down to Mizell Funeral Home. That funeral home been there forever, and they didn't move that motherfucker yet. And that's gonna be, they probably gonna turn it into a museum by the time they get through building all this shit. But yeah, like, they got people thinking that, like, oh, Miami culture, Florida culture is all these other things. I'm gonna just go ahead and put a name on it, baby. That's all black American shit. Black Americans built all that shit from the floor up. Like I told y'all, anytime they getting ready to take the neighborhood or the community, it's gonna be some sort of rug war. That stuff. It starts showing up out of nowhere. The Flocka epidemic, all this other stuff, the Fetty, yeah, all that shit is coming out of nowhere, and it happens every single time. Next thing you know, boom, high rises, bitch, luxury houses, all of this, yeah. Listen, I pay attention. I don't know if y'all pay attention, but bitch, I be paying attention. Now, there are other people in the comments saying things like, oh, well, we're not changing our holiday. We're not doing this. We're not picking up new nothing. Yes, I think that Black History Month and Juneteenth should be renamed to set the record straight, because a lot of people are getting it confused. Black History Month should be named Black American Heritage Month. Yeah, Black American Heritage Month. A month where we just turn the fuck up. Not even just turn the fuck up, but keeping in mind the truth behind what really happened in America. Not everybody coming in saying, oh, I'm black, they did it to me too. No, not the Me Too movement. This is about a specific group of people who have a history in America. And that's Black Americans. That's what they should rename it to. Juneteenth should be Black American Heritage Day. It is what it is. Bitch, I ain't saying you can't barbecue, you can't do this or that. I ain't saying, well, they can't have this day off or they can't have that day off. I think the Blue Party or certain politicians trying to generalize it to make everybody a victim, that's what got this administration not making it a federal holiday no more. Because you can't deny the fact that Black Americans experienced this. You can't deny the fact that. You can't deny the fact that a lot of Black Americans, they do have conservative beliefs for this exact reason. You cannot deny that. And I think one of the reasons why this administration is like, oh no, we're going to take it away now, is because they have been overly abusing it. They have been all trying to use the black card, all this other stuff out of nowhere. It has just gotten out of hand. And I can tell you something that's a harsh truth, and it may piss a lot of people off, but most Black Americans don't have issues with the other side of America. This is all some other chaos going on, some political drama going on, and they utilizing Black Americans as a dog whistle. And then instead of using Black American, because you know Black Americans gonna set the record straight, they changed it to Black this and Black that. So now all the other Black people who migrated to America are now thinking that they're victims, and that's what's keeping the chaos going. And I think that's one of the reasons why this administration has taken away a lot of things. It wasn't because Black Americans or them complaining. It was because of other ethnic groups abusing Black American holidays and Black Americans' trauma to get what the fuck they want. But, however, tell me what y'all think about all of that information, because that's my guess, my assumption, and some of the things that I learned. Everything in Florida is Black American culture. It's all connected to in Black indigenous tribes and Black Americans, etc.
It's just the truth. Black American built America. Not only Florida, as far as I'm concerned. Not only Florida. But Black Americans built America, and they put in the work to make everything work out in America. Remember, even before colonization and every other thing that happened, Black Americans have at least developed some major parts of America. Even before the white men came and did whatsoever buhaha that they did, just because they want to glorify themselves. But anyways, let's continue watching this video. I'll be back with commentaries. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we having at today's episode. Let's go.
I still don't understand why Black Americans are gaslit into sharing their heritage and culture with everybody else. And I honestly come to realization that that's exactly why Mana Leo got the backlash that she did. Because my thing is, well, because at first I wasn't paying this no mind, but now, okay, I see why they was irritated. You supposed to be celebrating your community heritage, and you go inserting everybody else who celebrate and prioritize their own community heritage. Just because, you gotta understand, just because everybody want to be included, you cannot make everybody happy. You can't. And the reality is, a lot of politicians and the goal of a lot of people was to always erase the Black Americans out of their own history. That has been in the process. That has always been the plan since years ago, like hundreds of years ago, when people was coming into America, or before, when it was first founded as America, I believe, coming into America and signing their name on the paper as Native American, when everybody was not indigenous to America, because the plan was to destiny swap and obtain wealth. You being indigenous to America has a lot of wealth attached to it, and now a lot of people are in here. Like, I see, for an example, a couple of Haitian TikTokers may be on here saying that, oh, we're indigenous to America. And I don't think they realize or know that a lot of people back in the days were signing their names on a paper as indigenous or Native American for beneficiary reasons, right? And oftentimes it's like, this is some of the shit that has been going on prior to like the newer generation or people today. And I don't think Black Americans understand that the more you share your culture and heritage with people, more of an opportunity they have to destiny swap with you. Like the girl in Florida who said that Haitians and Jamaicans built Florida and made it what it is. That was a complete slap in the fucking face. And you got the other Haitian girls saying dirty Black Americans. And it's like, and then you have Haitian people in the comments saying things. And I hate to go in like this, because anybody who know me know I fuck with Haitian women. Where I'm from, but you barely find Americans. So, but because I don't want to sound like I'm going in, but it's like, I'm a person, I keep it real, and I think my friends didn't know that though. But the reality is, right, it's like, you have people in the comments saying, oh, Americans used to make fun of us. Americans made fun of every fucking body. They made fun of American people. I got cracked on and made fun of every fucking day. So you thought because, I don't know, maybe you was of a different descent when you got here, or when your parents brought you here, you thought that you was just going to be different. You got to understand, if they cracking on their own people, why the fuck would they not crack on you? Everybody got picked on in school. So that's not your excuse to call Black Americans dirty Black Americans, especially when if it wasn't for Black Americans, nobody would be in this motherfucker. And all I'm going to say is, to the Black Americans who out here still trying to play Captain Save-A-Hoe, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. That's how we ended up in this situation now. And that's how we ended up having people of different descent feeling like, for an example, because Kodak is famous, he made Florida what it is, and he made Black American culture what it is, when we already was the shit before he was even born. He just doing what we doing. But we've been doing all of this shit. Why you think some of the things you see in Florida, the boys in Louisiana doing it, and the boys in Cali doing it, and the boys in Georgia doing it, the boys in the Carolinas doing it. That a lot of this shit is American heritage. It's not Haitian heritage. Saying that Chevys, don'ts, block parties, people wearing golds in their mouth, diamonds in their mouth, wicks in their head, wearing big chains, flashy cars, all that is Haitian and Jamaican culture. The music and all that is Haitian and Jamaican culture. You disrespectful as fuck. That's very disrespectful. And this is exactly why I told y'all, in one more generation, if Black Americans don't rename everything that they created to Black American culture, they stealing y'all shit. They gonna put their name on it. And that's why you have so many people of different descent getting on the internet saying that, oh yeah, we indigenous to America, this is our land, and not realizing that a lot of people were contractors with the indigenous tribes. They worked in exchange for crops. So, but being that they see their name on the paper, or they people on the paper, they think, oh nah, we indigenous, we just that and the third. It's very wild. I don't know. A lot of people like to come in the comments and say things like, oh, why can't we all just get along? We all Black. It's not about Black. It was never about Black. Never was. Even back in the days, it wasn't even about Black. Even down to, I guess, the slavery shit, all that shit was not about Black. The reality is, I even seen documents of the slaves who came in here and they was not us. It was not us. That's why it's called his story, because it's his story, not our story. That's why they moved everybody into the Black American communities, because the goal was to mix us all in, to make to make the newer generations to come think that it's not a black American thing, it's a everybody that's black thing. Wait till you find out most of these political people are of immigrant descent. Why would you think they're moving to America to help your ass? When a lot of people come to America to have their kids, and they have their kids, and then their kids get into politics. When their kids get into politics, guess what? They get to make laws for you in your damn house. You see that? That's why we have a lot of people like, it's like, if you ever see the movies, right, with different tribes and different peoples, and you know, like, about tribes, right, when they migrate to different countries or different lands, they set their flag there, and to like let people know that this is their land. A lot of people moving to America throwing their flags in Americans' faces, basically letting y'all know that this is their shit. They claiming y'all shit. And I know it may sound far-fetched, but it's no surprise or no coincidence, right, that all of a sudden everybody keep on saying, oh yes, I'm a victim to America too. Oh yeah, we indigenous. And oh yeah, this is our Heritage Day or Heritage Month. Oh yeah, we just opened up a new museum. We just did this and we just did that. And they all waving their flags. The goal is to make this shit they house. That's what they're doing. I'm sorry to say it, but it's just the truth. And now they're on the internet saying that it's not a black American cultural thing. It's a Florida thing. Oh, no, bitch. It's a black American thing. It's not a Florida cultural thing. Because if it was a Florida thing, the Latins would be doing it. They not even doing it. It's a black American thing. You just so happen to be black and live with Americans, and that's why you're doing it. But don't lie and say that my shit is your shit, because it's not. And all I'm going to say is, that right there is the exact reason, and that's the exact plan. And I'm going to just let y'all know this now. In one more generation, black American culture, and I feel so bad because we is so raw in Florida. Like, the black American culture that Florida created, and that is also a part of the Seminole tribes, that is all some creative raw shit. When I say Florida is the shit, it's the shit. And them black Americans made Florida exactly what the fuck it is. And everybody coming in this motherfucker saying that this is our shit. And the black Americans not even paying attention to seeing that they destiny swapping with y'all. Next, they gonna be telling their kids Kodak going down in history, and he's the one who made golds, chains, and dunks and Chevys. He the one who did this. He the one who did that. It won't be no black American history. Bitch, they gonna say that's they shit. Because they finally have a Haitian man who was able to do that. And I'm gonna let y'all know this not. As someone who had plenty of friends of Caribbean descent, they parents don't even like that American shit. So, being that he was the first one to, I guess, open up doors for other Haitian people to be able to do it, yeah, they gonna rewrite that to their history. They gonna say that Haitians made Florida what it is. They already saying that. The girl said that shit on here the other day. I don't discriminate against other groups of people, but I would not allow you to sit up here and lie and say that something that I've created, is yours and that you created. I'm not doing that, no. It's no different from the Latins acting and thinking that they built Miami. The Latin community ain't built shit in Miami. They came into a fucking country, that in a land that was already established by black American people. And they came in and they worked for cheaper labor. That's the only reason why they was able to beat us out. It's because they came in for cheaper labor. And guess who rolled them in here? The Blue Party. They rolled them in here for cheaper labor. And the funny thing is, it's the same thing going on today. Like, with all due respect, Trump did not lie when he said that most of the jobs that you see, and I guess because a lot of people, they don't live in big cities like Miami or South Florida or Florida, New York, and Cali. They don't live in those states, so they don't understand that that's a real thing. I was out of a job for 10 fucking months. And I've had numerous of credentials for numerous of jobs, but them motherfuckers told me I need to speak Spanish or Creole. And these were for government jobs at that. I think that is completely unacceptable. Very unacceptable. On the land that other people build, you walk in this motherfucker and set laws for you and your people and think you're going to raise the bar. That's so disrespectful. Like I said, it's not me being a bitch, but let's just say, I guess I got some home training then. I guess I'm very mannerable, because I think that's very disrespectful as hell. With all due respect, it is what it is.
You can literally not tell me that everything that this lady is saying is not correct. See, honestly, it has gotten to that point where if Black Americans said we are keeping every single thing to ourselves, I'm going to accept that. Because a lot of job that Black Americans knows how to do well, that they can really do very, very well. I can tell you for a whole fact that they will literally not give them that opportunity because they don't want to outshine. I've particularly seen a Black woman that said she has been in the corporate world for the past 20 years, and what literally kept her going is the fact that she don't try to outshine white women. And I was like, excuse me, what is the outshining that you are talking about? So in her explanation in that video, she preferred to do everything on a low key. Like if it's something she knows how to do best, she pretend like she literally do not know how to do that thing, just because she want to stay working, just because she wants every single person in the environment to meddle with her. And I feel like for someone like me, I really cannot do that. I'm sorry. I really cannot pretend to be who I am not. I really cannot stand the chance of knowing this particular thing and acting as if I literally do not know this particular thing. So one thing I really, really applaud in this video is the fact that even from the first clip, this lady was able to talk about this destiny swapping when it comes to the Black Americans and immigrants. And this is another reason why a lot of immigrants think that Black Americans are lazy. Do you get? Because Black Americans are not being given this chance to explore, are not being given this opportunity to show forth, and immigrants in quotes are being given this opportunity. None attempts to make it look like, oh, Black people are lazy, Black Americans are lazy, blah blah blah, da 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 da. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But why, in an actual sense, in a real sense, Black Americans are the most hardworking people that I know. I keep saying it. I have a Black American adopted mother that adopted me, right? I have Black American mom and a dad. And if there is nothing as hardworking, honestly, I wish she would permit me to just share her TikTok profile with you guys. I'm going to ask her if she permits me in one of this video. I'm going to go ahead and share it. She literally is hardworking. I can see it from her. Even some nights where she's exhausted, we talk, and I just feel her pains for some certain reasons because she works so hard, but the result is not showing because of how the system has made it be. But still, this my mom stay on the house. Still, she's still taking care of us. Still, she's still doing her best to stand. Do you get? So if Black Americans are now saying that we literally need to keep our culture and not share our culture, I also still understand. Because a lot of things that they will literally share and every other person we copy from are literally what they will now come back and be like, oh, you people do not have culture. They don't have culture, but you copied from the culture. So it's just a whole lot to deal with immigrants, Black Americans, and white folks in America. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that this chillbone truths that she literally delivers, she's on touch, on top? Let me know in the comment section. I want to say a very thank you to every single one of you. Liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, if you've not subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And thank you so much for staying sick and hook with me. With that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be safe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye, guys. I love you guys. Mwah.